biggest fundamentals in basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports. It's been an interesting season so far. Lots of action, lots of intrigue. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Charlotte Hornets. So for the Hornets, their last game, a loss to the Lakers. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. Well, you talk about a player who needed a few years to adjust to the NBA. Kemba Walker has gone from solid to great in short order. He's really taken his team to the next level as well.
Yeah, he's improved his shot at every distance. His ball handling is wizardry and wizardry.
Wizardry?
It was wizardry.
How the heck you spell wizardry?
Well, it's kind of like wizardry with the saying it correctly.
With a G in it.
Yeah, but his scoring efficiency has really probably been his biggest asset.
Not only that, he plays to his strengths on the offensive side of the ball. And Kenny, I hate to disrespect you, I think he's the best guard coming out of New York. Hope you're not mad at me.
Well, Tiny Archibald would be. Or Lenny Wilkins would be.
Who they play for?
Oh, they would.
No, they were Hall of
New
Famers.
York.
Oh, I never knew that.
All right. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
But I'll give it to Kemba.
The starting lineup for the visiting Charlotte Hornets. At small forward, Michael Davis. At the other position, Marvin Williams. At shooting guard, Nicholas Richardson. At center, Dwight Howard. At the other guard position, Kemba Walker. The head coach of the Patriots team, Steve Ripper.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Well, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they won their last contest, that game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And boy, they got by the skin of their teeth there, winning by 1 point. That was a battle.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
I'm proud of the way they hustled and essentially gutted out a victory, even though things always weren't going their way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Hornets, MKG and Williams are the forwards. Walker and Batum teaming up in the backcourt, and it's Howard in at the center position. Now, here's George. And this one features, Chris, two of the more athletic teams in the league. That makes a pretty good setup for us tonight.
Oh, this is the perfect father-son, mother-daughter family game to go to. This is one of those games you'll enjoy and remember your whole life. I mean, the highlights, you'll remember where you were. Something special is going to happen tonight. Trust me. Oh, that's just a bad foul there. The refs are going to be all over that one.
And so here's Charlotte. Williams a screen. And Walker kicks to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Tipped away. Westbrook with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Here's Kid Gilchrist. The Thunder making the shot. Charity stripe shot. And Roberson pulls it down. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Adams. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. That's a foul on Charlotte.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. 9 points last game out. Outside, Walker. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Double team on Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Here's Kid Gilchrist. The offensive rebound. Here's Batum. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
A very shaky start for them. After 4 attempts, they're still trying to find a target.
Yep, it counts. Westbrook's got his second basket.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
That's what I like to see. Really making a concentrated effort to pound the glass, feast on those second chance opportunities.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, a player that isn't known for his offense but makes up for it on D. Fantastic defender who can completely disrupt an assignment in a number of ways. Very quick and can stick to someone like glue.
Shooting 2.
Throw good, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And with Kidd-Gilchrist, his defense is definitely his most important asset. Really, until his offense comes along, Chris, it's how he'll make his biggest impact on a team.
Well, that's perfectly fine for a player like MKG. He gives you defense and great rebounding on the wing, Kevin. He's active on both ends of the floor, and he brings the energy when he's in.
And both free throws good from Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Greg, when you think about the franchises in the league that have sustained success, who are always competitive, Oklahoma City should be right there at the top.
I mean, just look at the records for the Thunder, and their success really does speak for itself. 8 straight seasons of 500 or better basketball. Only the Spurs and Rockets can also make that claim. And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. George has got his second bucket tonight.
Aggressive
coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now, here's Walker. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Walker the pass to Howard. Outside, Walker. Howard with the screen on Adams. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Westbrook. All alone. Whoa!
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
They made a positive play here and there, but just couldn't string enough of them together to mount a serious run.
Here at some numbers for Dwight Howard. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 4th in rebounding, 12th in shooting percentage, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
And so it's Charlotte with it. The Thunder making the shot, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Charlotte.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their number one priority.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Howard setting the pick for Kid Gilchrist. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Adams. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the Hornets team that while they have added rotation players via the draft, they haven't been able to draft a star to build around yet.
Oh, well, and with the Hornets, their best pick has been Kemba Walker back in 2011. I mean, they've traded away a lot of their picks right after making them. However, that might change as they lucked out with Monk falling to them.
The first one falls. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
And so Adams nails both of them. Hornets trail by 14. Adams brings the double team. Williams kicks to Batum. Launches it. They get the rebound. And Howard with the second chance points.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. For Charlotte, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. They set the pick. Up off the screen. Westbrook with the block. Right side George. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. George has got 8.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Williams kicks to Batum. And Adams sends it back. George against Kid Gilchrist. Shot from 12. And again, Paul George. 10 points for him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Batum. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Stolen by George. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
Hornets trail by 20. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Clifford. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he talked about the importance of how tight-knit this group is. He said it's really starting to get to where they can read each other's minds out there. One guy can see another cutting without even looking up. It's a lot of fun to watch. They're hoping they can keep that fun up tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, David. So the goal is to come out early and get their shooters into a good rhythm right away.
And of course, that's always a goal. But the meaning behind it is that he wants them to play good, smart basketball, not taking too many chances.
Oh, yeah, Greg, you're exactly right. High percentage shots. That's the important thing. No hero basketball. Nobody playing out of control.
Ball's knocked loose. Westbrook against Walker. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
Charlotte making a switch here. Lamb's checked in. Charlotte calls timeout. And Chris, usually the guys who score a lot of points get all the attention. But if you had to pick some who don't get a lot of credit for the way they fill it up, who would some of those names be?
That's tough. I think anytime you have a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, who's a big guy and one of the top leading 5 scorers in the league, I think he doesn't get enough credit for scoring. His teammate, Anthony Davis, probably because of his record and his team not winning as much, doesn't get enough credit. Kawhi Leonard, because he's quiet and unassuming, doesn't grab that credit. And then you got guys like Gordon Hayward, who's just coming onto the scene, Kemba Walker, who's exciting, and Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's a lot of guys that don't get enough credit. And you want to go to the West Coast and go back to point guards. Go to Damian Lillard, who felt he was snubbed as an all-star. But that's the great thing about this league. So many great players. You better play hard every night to get some credit, because if not, someone else is deserving to have their name up there just as well.
And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
I mean, it's really incredible that these guys are able to showcase that kind of play.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Walker dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Now the feed to Lamb. Stripped it away. And here again, the Thunder in transition. Up the court they go. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
There's the double team with Westbrook. Walker with it. Westbrook picks him up. Stolen by George. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And it's George missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And Walker kicks to Lamb. Howard. Shot to stop the run. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And Howard really gets up for those putback slams. That's the price you pay when you give him room.
And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Charlotte's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside, and they're able to recover. And he gets it to go. Howard's got 6. So it's the Thunder now. Here's Westbrook. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Walker with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He kicks to Lamb. Picked by Williams. Shot clock at 5. Walker's shot is off.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one. Good movement there, and the lead pass is right where it needed to be.
And so here's Charlotte. They get a hand on it. Paul George with the steal. Goes up, and George with the stuff.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Anthony. Grant comes in for George. Alex Abrinas is checked in for Roberson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Howard. Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. Bacon, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Monks subbed in for Kemba Walker. Lamb with the ball. Now Felton defending. Here's Zeller. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closely. Here's Lamb. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Now, Jeremy Lamb, I love his game. A very lengthy 2-guard out of UConn. Still developing as a player, but he has some great flashes at times. Not terribly consistent shooter, but he's crafty, and he can get buckets. He knows how to make the most of his length on D as well.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And with Lamb mentioning his length as a guard, last season he went off with an incredible 17 rebounds. Remember that game? Those are numbers, Chris, even centers dream of putting up.
Yeah, Kevin, I do remember that game you're talking about with Lamb. A lot of those rebounds came from his activity near the paint on both ends of the floor. When he forces himself to be involved in the action, he's at his best.
And Chris, it's a players' league, and yet the officials, of course, have an impact on games. I'm thinking of a certain Game 6 back in 2002. In your opinion, how does the league ensure greater consistency with the officiating of games?
Well, I promised myself, Kevin, thanks for bringing up 2002, that I would never think about that aloud. You know, I'm going to have to go lay on somebody's couch after we do this game right here. But I think the league just has to be transparent. They have to let fans know when the ref has messed up. We're all human. So I think it comes into play when you aren't transparent, when you aren't honest with your fans, because we have the smartest fans of any sport, I believe. And so I think transparency is good, but human error is always going to be in there as long as it doesn't go back to the type of human error we saw in 2002.
But, Chris, I do sense that is a goal of theirs, and bit by bit they're getting toward that goal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I believe that our league has done some great jobs when it comes to advancing referees and how the game is officiated. When you look at, not only do we have the referee center back in New York, where the referees now and go and get help, and the game is faster. And also, we have 3 refs on the floor, and we have the best condition refs. And so I think the game is just going to be better because we have passionate refs, we have passionate officials and passionate players, and we're going to work together to make sure that this game is the best for every fan to be presented to, and also that every player has a chance to win a championship and don't have their heart broken.
Here's Eustace. The shot that time, not on target. And the Hornets now going the other way. Here's Bacon. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 56 seconds left in the first. And the shot will not go from Eustace. Here's Bacon. He's covered by Grant. Kicks to Kaminsky. Charlotte gets it back. He feeds it to Monk. Hits it from three-point range.
And Monk has proven that he is a terrific scorer from the perimeter. When he's in rhythm, he has no problem letting it fly.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
And here's Charlotte. Dishes it to Lamb. Kaminsky inside. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Nice shot by Felton.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Oklahoma City. He caused a lot of headaches with his defense that quarter, coming up with steals again and again. Back to the action after this word. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very serious.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. Down low, it's Kaminsky and Zeller. Monk is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Bacon in at the 3 spot.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
On the wing, Lamb. Patterson bringing the double, and Lamb kicks to Kaminsky. Just 5 to shoot. That shot misses. The Thunder shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Here's Eustace. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Eustace has got 5 points so far.
And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats. And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
And the pass to Bacon. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. That's short off the rim. The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And that one is good from Eustace.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Feeds to Kaminsky. It's tipped and stolen by Patterson. Here's Abrinas. Second chance shot. Grant with the bucket, getting it done inside. Grant's got his second basket of the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Eustace. That's another one for him, his fifth in just 7 shots.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Lamb passes to Kaminsky. Shot to stop the drought. Second shot opportunity. Lamb, good. Lamb's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Standing just over 6'5" with a 6'11" wingspan. Yeah, Lamb could be a difficult guard to defend when he sneaks inside.
I think a kick out is the better option there. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
Pass to Bacon. From deep. Charlotte getting another chance here. Pass to Lamb. Back to Zeller. Here's Bacon. The second chance effort. Misses the layup.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Grant dishes to Patterson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Kaminsky sets the pick for Lamb. Pass to Zeller. Ball stolen. Here's Patterson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Patterson's got 14 points.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Zeller. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush. Very deliberate with his moves.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
For the Thunder, Anthony's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Andre Robertson comes in for Alex Abrinas. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Raymond Felton. The Hornets also changing it up. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Bacon. Batum comes in for Monk. And Walker subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. And a wide open look for Walker. Drills the three-pointer. Walker's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And that one's good, Anthony.
I love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Pick by Zeller. And Walker kicks to Kaminsky. There's the dish to Zeller. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Patterson, and the layup is good. He's got 16.
And look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Now Batum, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. From deep, Walker. Walker missing again.
Well, you can't fault him for taking the three when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Chalk up 2 there. One thing that I think many players and certainly many other coaches, Chris, in the NBA love about Steve Clifford is his brutal honesty. He will pull no punches with you.
Yeah, reporters just can't throw cliche phrases at him during the press conferences or he'll dismantle them. The frankness he has with the media and players is one reason players like playing for him.
Got that one up quick. Patterson's got 20.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pick by Zeller. That's a 2-pointer from Walker, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down.
And that one's good, Westbrook. Westbrook's got 14 points.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Kaminsky, the pass to Zeller. From deep, Walker. And it's Walker again missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Roberson gets the bucket.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, with the Hornets' length and mobility at the 2 through 4 positions, the team switches a lot defensively. Coach Steve Clifford said, you have to deal with mismatches at times, but it makes defense simpler. Those guys, they're all big enough, strong enough, and competitive enough that they're going to battle. Kevin?
And having that kind of versatility on defense is huge. DA, thank you so much.
And when you watch Cody Zeller on the floor, you just see how effective he is. He really plays the position well on both ends. He doesn't put up those huge numbers, but the change for his team is that he is so versatile and easy to plug in.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, last season the Hornets were so much more productive when Zeller was on the floor. He was crucial whenever they came away with the win.
And many fans will tell you that Zeller was the second most important player on the team last season. Not a big box score guy, but his value to a team is undeniable.
And so Zeller nails both of them.
The younger brother of Tyler Zeller and former Suns big man Luke Zeller, Cody has a good chance to be the best of all three.
That one falls. 16 points for Russell Westbrook.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Screen by Howard. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Charlotte getting another chance here. Batum dishes to Walker. And there's the feed to Kid Gilchrist. He kicks it to Zeller. Howard with a screen on George. Screen by Howard. Batum passes to Howard. Outside, Walker. 5 to shoot. Anthony on the double team. And Walker kicks to Zeller. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Zeller's got 8 points.
And Walker strikes a nice balance between scoring and finding his teammates. That time for a wide open bucket.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Charlotte shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Screen by Howard. And Walker kicks to Batum. Swiped away. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Roberson. Count it.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
Howard with a screen on Westbrook. Batum wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown. Batum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. George against Kid Gilchrist. George, no good.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
And Walker kicks to Batum. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's George, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. George has got 22 points.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. And Zeller kicks to Walker. Shoots the 3. Second chance effort. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Charlotte making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Tries from 7. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Walker. 23 points for him the last game against the Lakers. And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break. Anthony's got 6 here in this quarter.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Walker with it. Westbrook picks him up. Kid Gilchrist against George. There's Walker with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Walker's got a pair of triples in the second now for Charlotte. Here's George. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 24 points for him.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
And Batum kicks to Walker. Williams with a clean look. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Anthony's got his 6th rebound on the night. Paul George again. George has got 26. The Hornets shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. And Walker kicks to Batum. 51 seconds left to play here in the half. Back to Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. It's Westbrook with the drive. The quick look, no good that time.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Here's Walker. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Walker's got 8 points.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Adams.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
And George, here we go. That one, no good. Walker with some nice D. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker. Hands it from downtown. Walker's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Well, the shooter of Walker's caliber, you can't allow him to shoot with his feet set.
And so it's Oklahoma City holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Coach. The offense seemed to struggle a bit early on. What did you see?
Well, turnovers killed us. It led directly to baskets. And then disorganized offensive play. We have a way we have to play against them. We got to stay with it.
Now the ball has to move and not stick, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 26 points, 5 steals, and 1 rebound. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is O-V-A, over.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. They were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
The Hornets shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Anthony out there with Adams, and it's George in at the small forward position. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Here's Batum. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. There's Walker with the 3. And Chris, in your playing days, you had to deal with media answering questions. Now you're on the other side of that. You're asking the questions. What was your view of the media then, and has that changed at all?
My view of the media then was watch what you say, because they will take the smallest soundbite and turn it into the title of the article, and if you don't read the article, you will not see that it had anything to do with what was written. So always be cautious, and of course they're good members of the media, but you can always get got, and I still feel the same way, that you just need to be honest, respect the process, but make sure that you understand that the interviewer is doing their job, and it would be a great notch in their belt to use one of your quotes as a gotcha moment. And so I just think you just have to be careful and make sure that that you're prepared for the interview. But no, it hasn't changed, and hopefully, Kev, like yourself, I could bring some levity to it and some honesty to it and have some fun, because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of all these guys. I know how hard they had to work to get to this moment. I know the ups and the downs of it. I've experienced the highs and the lows, and so I'm really just kind of going through it with them, as opposed to trying to prove any points or have a dog in any race. So no, my opinion of the media has changed. There's a lot of good people, but you got to just respect the process.
But I like what you said, Chris. You've always been honest, and that's kind of been your label. You've been very honest with your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier just to do that, especially when I'm passionate about something. I definitely try to be honest about. Yeah, just make some stuff up. Yeah.
And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Kid Gilchrist. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Kid Gilchrist has got his second bucket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Walker's got space. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's George. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Kicks to Walker. Over Westbrook. And it's Walker again missing.
They are a lousy 1 for 5 for the half. They need to find a way to get it going there.
It's stolen by Anthony. Makes it off the glass. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Screen by Howard. Dishes it to Batum. Williams for 3. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Robertson can't hit. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
That shot, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's George. A second chance effort, and it's Westbrook laying it in. 18 points for him.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Screen by Howard, and Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Walker. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. From deep 3-point range, Westbrook, no good. Kid Gilchrist against George. Knocks it loose. The pass to Batum. There's the pick. Howard draws the double. Shot clock at 3. Walker in the corner. And again, the Hornets missing.
Well, look, his teammates are going to stop giving him the ball if he keeps taking shots like that.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Howard. Monk comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Nicholas Batum. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Oklahoma City's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. From deep, the long-distance 3 is buried. Westbrook's got 23.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And here is Monk. He's got 7, and it's Walker again missing.
His shot hasn't been going in, and they will probably have to look for someone else to step up and provide for him.
Here's Roberson, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Roberson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Walker dishes to Kaminsky, trying to find Lamb, gets it to him. Drops in the layup for 2.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And good that time.
And I love the confidence and energy Westbrook plays with. Just an excellent scorer once he gets good position inside.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. He dishes it to Williams. Charlotte moving the ball around. The shot by Monk is no good.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from three-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
A nice shot by George.
And this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
On the wing, Lamb. Kaminsky with the ball. Now defended by Adams. No good from Lamb.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target with nobody near.
And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Walker with it. He's got 11. Down low. Here's Kaminsky. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist in the game.
Such an advantage for Kaminsky. He can finish inside with either hand.
Here's George. The Hornets pull it in. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
And that makes it interesting. They don't know each other all that well, so we should see a lot of in-game adjustments.
Shoots from the baseline. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Monk with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Knocks down the 3 ball. Williams has got 6 points.
Don't forget, he had a 3 in the first half. He can really hurt you from out there.
George, no good. Charlotte shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the 3rd quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Grant, he's checked in for Anthony. Alex Abrinas comes in for Roberson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. The Hornets also changing it up. Cody Zeller's checked in for Williams. And Bacon subbed in for Walker. Free throw good, Paul George. For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
The finish, and George with the stuff.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, while he's out there making a play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort right there.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleash chaos moment. On the wing, Lamb. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Pass to Zeller. The dish now to Lamb. They double him with George. Now, here's Monk, guarded closely. Off target from the wing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And a chance now to review the shot chart for Oklahoma City.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
For Oklahoma City, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And the first one at the line is good. And every player out there has a story about falling in love with the game. Chris, when did you fall in love with basketball? And what was it like playing basketball as a kid?
Wow, it's so hard to remember when you first fall in love with basketball. There's so many great moments and great stories that you hear, but probably playing on the playground and seeing all the guys laughing and hearing the music and hearing the guys say check up and next game and smelling the sweat and seeing guys play physical. That's probably what it was. And then being able to play at a great gym called St. Cecilia in Detroit and then watch all the other players that played before us come in, the Isaiahs, Magic Johnson, Spencer Haywood, Terry Durod. I mean, you get to watch these guys play. Derek Coleman, Steve Smith. I could go on all day. Mark Makins, Terry Mills. I could just keep going. It was so fun watching these guys play. So to me, I fell in love with it as a kid, but every instance, every memory that I have made me fall in love with it that much more. How can you not fall in love with the greatest game ever played?
Well said. Kaminsky, the pass to Lamb. Picked by Zeller. Lamb with the ball. Now Felton defending. The shot by Monk is no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Patterson can't get it to go. Charlotte shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. In second, the Hornets.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
First one falls for him.
And the key piece in one of the biggest NBA trades over the past few years. Lamb was sent by the Rockets to the Thunder in exchange for James Harden. That was a major trade. And
Lamb drops them both. Oklahoma City has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Thunder have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
Well, Cody Zeller isn't looking to impress anyone with this play, but he is a solid contributor on the floor. I mean, he runs the floor well. He's very good around the rim. Great efficiency on the touches close in that he does get.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Well, yeah, you want to try to deny and take something away, but you can also see he's smart about his position.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And Grant sends it back. Here's Patterson. And the three ball is good. Patterson's got 23 points. And with Zeller, it is that efficiency with the ball that you really like about his game every season, Chris. He gets more and more comfortable helping carry the scoring load.
Well, Zeller does a good job of always having his hands ready and being in a position to score. He's great at finishing on those dump-off passes. He knows how to roll and finish strong.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Hornets. Batum comes in for Monk. .149 left here in the third quarter. Here's Zeller. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Now there's the high basketball IQ of Zeller. He knows he's going to get whacked, but he turns it into an and one.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Now, 72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
One shot, mind the lanes.
That's all you. Get in there.
The Thunder shooting 48% from the field as a team in this third quarter. Here's Patterson. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Charlotte shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Making the pass to Lamb. Feeds it to Howard. He kicks it to Lamb. Six to shoot. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Now, it's still a balancing act between production and potential. Lamb is having a huge scoring night, which hopefully he can build on for the future. Now, those passes into the paint have to be precise, just like that one.
Here's Charlotte now. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Screen by Howard. And Lamb kicks to Howard. The Thunder pull it in.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish.
Oh!
Goodness.
Wow.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Screen by Howard. And Lamb kicks to Zeller. Passes it to Howard. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Lamb, good.
With range to go well beyond the three-point line, Lamb can force the defense to extend further out.
Oh, wow. Kevin, is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Down low. And there's Zeller. That's good on the assist from Batum. And that's 13 points for Cody Zeller.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Patterson, that's good.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Here's Batum. Screen by Howard. For three. No good there. And so it's Oklahoma City with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job in transition. They just need to stay focused and be efficient.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. They've got Howard. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Bacon. And it's Graham in at the 2 guard. Here's Carter-Williams. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Abrinas has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Patterson can't get it to go.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
And it's denied. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Grant leading the charge. Felton can't get it to go.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Howard with a screen on Patterson. Pass to O'Brien. 6 on the shot clock. Howard misses.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
And the shot goes in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Baseline J on the way. Rebound by Raymond Felton. Felton's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Grant. Again, Oklahoma City. Now Graham.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The baseline J. Off the left rim and out. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Patterson can't get it to go. The Hornets have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. The feed now to Howard. Patterson bringing the double. Looking to get back on track here. That's good from Howard on the assist from Carter-Williams. And that's 10 points for Howard.
And when you're open, Carter-Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
Grant, that's good.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Bacon's shot is off.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficient.
Kicks it to Carter-Williams. To the middle. Dwight Howard again.
Outstanding presence of mind. Howard is as dependable as he gets near the rim.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Patterson. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Patterson's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Charlotte shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Screen by Howard. Carter-Williams dishes to Howard. And a great assist by Carter-Williams as that one goes in.
I like seeing Carter-Williams thread the needle perfectly, setting up his teammates in the pick and roll.
Here's Eustace. He can't get that one to fall. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Carter Williams kicks to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Felton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. You look back on the last 5 off seasons or so, Chris, and there are usually huge names that change teams. LeBron, Durant, the first names that come to mind. As you went through the free agency process, how much of an influence did your agent or any sponsorships play in your role in that decision in picking your new team?
Yeah, I think every relationship with the player and their agent is different. For me, I wanted to go back to the place that I felt that was loyal to me. I wanted to go back to Sacramento because there had never been a small market team. I felt a really small market team that won a championship. And I saw Karl Malone try for all of those years. I saw Stockton try for all those years. Reggie try for all those years. And so I really wanted to be one of the first to kind of bring that back to the city. So my agent, my shoe company, no one could have said anything to take me away from that. That was a personal mission that I want, and I knew what I was dealing with at that time. But I think for other guys it's different. Some guys, want more commercials. They like to be in a bigger market. Some guys don't want that, and they're happy at staying under the radar like a Tim Duncan as long as he's winning. So I think for every guy is different, and I really believe that you have to make that decision for yourself and your family first, because if you do that, then the fans wherever you go will be much happier because you want to be there. You're not just buying time there.
Here's Patterson. Rebounded by Howard. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. This is to O'Bryant. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Well, there have been some questions regarding the NBA's playoff format, Chris, if the division by conference is a good thing, or if we should open it up to even more teams. Should we even have divisions? If you were going to change anything, what might you change in the playoff format in any way?
Well, I'll tell you this. I would not add more teams. Please. I mean, if you're going to add more teams to watch more bad teams, no. If you can't win almost 50% of your games, no way.
Take a break.
Agreed.
Take a break.
I did hear one
2
thing
shots.
that was kind of interesting is that what if you ranked the teams 1 through 16 in the playoffs, so that, yes, I still believe in divisions, Kev, because I want the season to matter. Divisions, championships, that matters for a fan base, those type of things matter. So I want to keep those in there. But if you did 1 through 16 that way, so the final last 2 teams didn't have to play the best competition until the end, I just think that might be interesting. You never know what type of matchups you may have. But I think we've been having some great basketball in the last 15 years. So I don't know if necessarily we really need to change anything about the playoffs.
Interesting observations. Charlotte shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Patterson. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bacon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. And for the Thunder, they're shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Charlotte's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Kaminsky sets the pick for Carter Williams. And there's the pass to Monk. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight. Johnson gets the bucket.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Carter Williams with it. Now Felton defending. Now here's Carter Williams. Kaminsky misses. Johnson kicks to Patterson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Kaminsky's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bacon the pass to Carter Williams. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Misses the 3. Outside for Felton. Puts it up from 12. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Felton's got 4 this quarter. The Hornets shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Carter Williams dishes to Monk. Charlotte again missing. Oklahoma City shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Felton can't get it to go.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
And there's Monk on the assist from Carter Williams. And that's 13 points for Malik Monk.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row. Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And here is Carter Williams. Doubled by Felton. Carter Williams kicks to Monk. Here's Bacon. It's good from about 19 feet. And here are the Thunder now. Johnson, the pass to Eustace. No good on the shot. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Monk, no one around him. No good from outside. Monk's gone 4 of 12 shooting from the floor. Only 33%. Here's Aprinas. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Monk kicks to Kaminsky. Pass to Bacon. Lets the 3 fly. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Grant, he's checked in for the Thunder. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for O'Brien. Oklahoma City shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Patterson, that's good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Felton against Carter Williams. To the inside, Zeller. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. And that's 15 points for Cody Zeller. Here's Patterson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Carter Williams against Felton. Carter Williams kicks to Kaminsky. Off target from three-point range. Thunder shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Eustace's shot is good.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Grant. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. As you look at the league right now, how different would you say it is from when you played? And if there are a lot of differences, do you like the changes?
The NBA is much different from when I played. When I played, if you shot a jumper from the 15-foot range free throw line, they criticize you as a big fella. Now you have to be able to space the floor. If you were a big fella and led the break back then, they criticize you. Now you have a guy like Durant who is 6'11". So the game has changed from rules. It was so much more physical at the time. It was a slower pace. But, you know, that was then. I love the way that the game is now. I love that players have more freedom. I love that the pace is faster. You don't have to look back at your coach to have a play called every time. The trust is put in these players' skill sets. And so I love it, man. Anytime you can see Harden go to work, Durant go to work, Curry go to work, Westbrook go to work, LeBron go to work, Irving go to work, and just watch them play in an open offense, man, it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, I like the changes, and it was fun when I played as well.
The Hornets shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Carter Williams with it. Now Felton defending. To the inside, here's O'Brien. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got his 8th assist in the game. from outside the arc. And Bacon pulls it down. Bacon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. From deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. They grab their own miss. Off target at the rim. Hornets shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Carter Williams against Felton. Carter Williams kicks to O'Brien. Here's Bacon. That one rolling around and rims out. Stolen. Taken away by Felton.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. A nice shot by Zeller.
Timeout. The versatility to play in the high post as well as alongside the baseline. Zeller does have places to get his buckets, which have been piling up tonight.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're leading. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
My guess is that they're just trying to avoid some monumental breakdown after having dominated up to this point.
The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Patrick Patterson.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He doesn't always get the minutes he's gotten tonight, but there's no way they were going to sit him down once he got going. And the crowd has been loving it. A memorable night for him coming off the bench. Felton kicks to Grant. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And Grant drops them both. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth, and Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. "23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Carter Williams dishes to Monk. To the left wing. Puts up a three. Drills it from outside.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
I tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw, no good. Here's Carter Williams. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Outstanding game tonight. And I always wonder what it's like when you really are feeling good out there and how that shows up on the floor.
Man, this got to be one of the best games I played. It just seems like I couldn't miss. And my teammates found me. They made it easy for me. And, shots finally fell for me.
Yes, I know that phrase is in the zone. Looked like you were living there tonight. Thanks, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.